Hey guys, welcome back to Life by Car. We're at the point in this build where I've been dreading to go. Um, Underneath, as you can see, I don't know, just some random hats and clothes and ready for nastiness all over me. We're going to go underneath. I don't know what kind of angles I'm going to be able to get for you. So we're going to go through, and might be quite a few time lapses in here, but we're going to go and get underneath. First, I'm going to take you underneath there and just kind of show you the overall condition of the underneath the car. This car was a very well taken care of vehicle, and that was part of the reason for spending the money I did spend on it. Was the quality of the vehicle was still pretty much factory. Nobody had messed with it. So and whoever had it before me took care of it quite a bit. Had it undercoated right away when they bought it back in 1980, and yeah, it was pretty much immaculate for a 96,000 mile car. No, we're in Illinois. We're up here in the salt, and this car underneath, you'll see it's dirty, but knock on wood, we're not going to get into any, nastiness for rust and everything. I went over this thing with a pretty fine-tooth comb when I did go purchase it from, and the people up. I actually bought it from a consignment place, Gateway Classic Cars of Chicago. They're out of Crete. Great guys to work with. Can't say nothing more, nothing less about it. Looked on their site. It was exactly what I wanted, and went up there and purchased it. So definitely give those guys a shout. Like I said, we're going to be in the thick of it today. Not looking forward to this. So we got our safety glasses. Most of it's going to be with a grinder. I got a special tool or grinder piece. It's another tool from Astro. You guys saw my video before. We used their nut zert, drift nut gun. It's another tool I picked up from our local auto body shop. It's actually a bed, since I'm going to be using bed liner. It's a nylon bed brush. It's 4 or 6 inch. I'm going to be running it on a 4 inch. It does fit on the Harbor Freight grinder, 4 inch grinder. It is a little big, a little bulky, but we'll see how it works. So kind of what it looks like. Try it out. It was $24 for it. So yeah, I have a better grinder in there, but the Harbor Freight's usually the workhorse of them all. Usually the dirty, nasty, tuck pointing freaking brick, and it's my nasty grinder. So that's why it's going to get used down here. So, but we're going to get into it without me rambling on too much. I got this. I got a wire wheel. I'm going to try to give you an overall view underneath the car, and yeah, see where we go from here. So as you can tell, it's not really as bad as you'd think about an Illinois car. Up here in the Midwest, we usually do get a whole lot of salt. But if you can look, you see there's somebody undercoated it prior. I believe it was probably right as they bought it. This stuff is from all the oils and stuff that were leaking from the old motor, and get that all cleaned up. But all in all, I mean, floor pans are great. Everything's really good. So we're gonna go through. I'm gonna try to put you up on a tripod under here, and start living the good life. All this stuff's got to get cleaned up so that, I mean, it's not all going to come off, but got to get cleaned up to the point where we can, you know, safely put some of that Herculiner underneath here. So we'll get into it now and throw you on a quick time lapse while I eat this stuff, quite literally. So enjoy. This might be a little boring episode, but hopefully we can get this project done, and then the fun stuff starts after this. I can start bolting the subframe on and squaring that up and putting everything else on. So here you go, guys. As you can see, we're getting there. Something done. Got that all wiped off. Now I'm going to the trans tunnel. I'm not going to bore you guys with too much more of this time lapse here, so I'm going to keep on it and get this all stripped off. I'm going to split it, so I'm going to clean off. I'm going to clean off as much as I can, going all the way back. But when I go to undercoat it, I'm only going to undercoat to about this line here. And then you'll see me when we get to the back of the car. I'm going to come back under here. I'm going to split this in two pieces. I'm going to come to the back of the car and take everything out, rear end, everything out when I do the back of the car. And we'll undercoat from here all the way back out the back end of the car. So just cleaning up pretty good, and that's why, like I said, that's why I bought the car that I bought. I knew it was clean underneath. A lot of the stuff you see up there is just overspray from when they painted it from the factory. A lot of that undercoat, get 99% of the undercoat off that was on there prior. The rest of it's not going to hurt too much. So we will come back when this is all cleaned off, and yeah, we'll get on to the Herculiner process. Okay, and after a few hours, I got it all cleaned off, back to the seam that I'm going to stop it at, and we are getting ready to wipe this down with the solution they recommend for the Herculiner and start applying it. I'm not even going to flip you around and show you my face, but just take it as I am wrecked. So yeah, it's coming along. Knew it was going to be messy, so like I said, we're going to split it off just on the top of this for now, and we'll do this back half when we start taking apart the rear end. Like I said, we're gonna drop everything back here, axle, springs, pocket, spring pocket, mounts, fuel tank, everything's coming off in the back as soon as I start getting the front done. Like I said, trying to work from front to back just by the size of my garage here that I'm working in. Doesn't allow me to just rip the whole car apart. Plus, I like doing it this way. That way I'm not completely disassembling the car and then putting it back together, trying to put it back together, you know, as I get it done. So we're just gonna finish this up. This is the next step in the process so that I can mount my subframe. The subframe blocks right here, and get the front subframe on. Start getting the front suspension back together. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stick you on a time lapse. I don't know, like I said, how much you're gonna be able to see. This process kind of sucks, which I kind of knew it was going to. So time lapse, you'll be able to see my face. I'm a wreck. So we will, yeah, get going on this. So I know what I was gonna say. I know I said I was gonna put you on a time lapse, but thought I'd go through just a little bit of this process. This is not a, take these off real quick. This is not a tutorial on how to do this, nor is it a replacement for the instructions. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, but like I said, I am not a professional at this. First time actually doing this, so we're gonna learn together. So supposed to use this 2-inch brush to do the seams, and they want you to dab it on. So we'll start by doing all the seams, which is pretty much this whole panel. And then we'll go on to rubbing or rolling on most of the big stuff. As you can tell, this process is not that very fun, which is not going to be unless you... It's not fun. Not at all. But it is what it is. So we got the first coat done. Got it all cleaned off. First coat done. And learn the roller does not work at all. So we'll just keep using the little 2-inch brush and dabbing it on. Not glamorous. I'm not very glamorous right now, so Yep. I'll probably throw in another time lapse, put number 2 on, and then after number 2, we'll be all done. So, at least with the front half. Dang it. But, yeah, so, like I said, you got number first. Jesus Christ. Got the first coat on, and we will go ahead and throw you on a time lapse again and get coat 2 done, and I will show you the finished process. The finished, yeah. I don't know if it's fumes or what, but show you the finished product here, and we will get it done. Don't worry about me. I got the door cracked. I got the door back there cracked. So we will get this all done and check at least the front off, so then we can start putting subframe on, getting it going. So throw you on another time lapse, coat 2, and be done. And that's a wrap. Got my undercoating done over the first part of the car. Looks pretty good. This is the next morning. Got pretty late last night and figured I'd let it dry before I showed you guys. So I'm going to take you under there and show you and give this a wrap. Like I said, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Throw me a comment in there. Hit that bell button, whatever you want to do. I will bring you down for some beauty shots, however beautiful I can make the underside of the car look. And we'll just see you guys later.